Hello friends, welcome to my channel Creating Essence. I am Megan and I'm really glad you're here today. Today is October 15th, which is National Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness or Remembrance Day. People say it differently, but it's all kind of the same thing. It's the day that we remember that a lot of people are walking every single day of their lives with broken hearts. It's the day that we remember that that couple who has no children and have been married for a few years might actually have been trying to have a baby and have lost several babies or are struggling with infertility. It's the day where we realize that that family with all boys may have lost a little girl, and your comments about when are you going to try for a girl hurt really bad. It's the day where families like us with 5 living kids remember that somebody's missing. There are so many different experiences. Every family is going to experience loss differently. It's going to look differently to the outside world. It's going to look differently within their family, and how they acknowledge their loss or their losses is also going to vary. And that's one reason that I wanted to do sort of a collaboration with the mamas that I know all across YouTube to share a little bit about what we wish people knew about our pregnancy and infant loss experiences, what we wish people knew about the aftermath, because every family is going to feel it differently, and knowing the different variations of normal, it could help you if you're just walking alongside a family experiencing loss. It could help you if you're the one experiencing loss. As I record this, a very sweet friend of mine is in the hospital delivering her little boy at 20 weeks. There are no medical interventions that can be done for a baby at 20 weeks. They are simply too small for any kind of even the smallest medical equipment to be effective or to be small enough to help. And she will be walking this path too. I did a video each week in October last year talking about pregnancy and infant loss. I will put them all in the info box below if you'd like to see them. Talking about our experience, about my experiences as a bereavement doula supporting families through loss. But today I just wanted to answer that question that I said. What I wish people knew about us and our experience during and after pregnancy loss. Our son was born at 14 weeks gestation. We don't know why. The most reasonable explanation that science can come up with is a chromosomal abnormality, and his body just got to a point where it could not overcome the challenges it was facing. And my body developed complications, and he could not be born naturally, so I had to have a surgical birth. Now, this was not a C-section. This was different, but what I would like for people to know is that the physical and emotional trauma of his surgical birth, called a D&E, or dilation and evacuation, at 14 weeks was so much more profound than any of my other 5 full-term live births. He may have been the size of my hand, but his birth was so much harder than my 10.5-pound babies. There's a myth that miscarriage is like a heavy period. That could not be more wrong. I would also like people to know that you don't have to be uncomfortable when I say I have 6 kids and you ask where the 6th is, and I say that he lives in heaven. That is our family's way of acknowledging his space in our family. And I would also like people to know that it's okay if you don't do that. If you just can't bear to say that you have 3 kids when you obviously only have 2 little boys standing beside you, that's okay. Every family is going to walk this differently and feel this differently and cope with it differently. And this is ours. And when you ask about who's not there, it doesn't hurt, and you don't need to be embarrassed. I understand that I'm saying that I have a kid who's not here, and when you ask about him, even though I'm telling you he's dead, that's my heart's way of saying he existed, and you're helping me. In the aftermath of having a miscarriage, in the recovery, I would like you to know that it's a birth. It's a birth. It doesn't matter when your miscarriage or stillbirth took place. It was a birth. It was not just a pregnancy loss or just a miscarriage. It was the birth of a child. In the last few weeks, I have messaged a lot of moms that I know that are part of this YouTube community that I know have experienced loss, and I have invited them to also answer these questions and post this video today. So if you see one of those, give them some support. I will put a link of these videos below, but not every mom is ready to answer that question. I put out the invitation to so many, and it's okay if they're not ready. And if they are, I'm so grateful that they are ready and willing to share their hearts with you. So check out the links below. I would also just absolutely beg of you that you would check out the video below about the 5 things not to say to a family experiencing loss, because there are so many things that we, as completely loving, supportive family members and friends, say that we don't realize just break the hearts of those experiencing loss. And without even realizing it, we just pile on even more hurt. So please check that out. Check out all the links to the videos below of the other moms sharing their stories. Share this if you found it useful, or if you think it might be helpful to anyone else. If you've experienced loss before, during, or after birth, I would love to hear your baby's name. And if your baby doesn't have a name, that's okay, because not everyone feels comfortable naming their baby. So if you would like to share your loss, or what you would like others to know about the loss you experienced, please put it in the comments below. I would love to hear anything you would like to share with me about you, your baby, and your experience. Thanks so much for sticking around today, friends. If you like this video, as always, give us a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Bye-bye.